Welcome back to the Rest is F1 podcast. Today we are talking about the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix or the Imola Grand Prix 2025. I'm your host Shaq and I've got Ham with me. How are we, Ham? Are we excited for the race?
Hey guys, thanks Shaq. We're back with another Grand Prix. It's a triple header this time, and we're gonna be starting with Imola. So Ferrari home ground, I'm all in Ferrari. But then, yeah, it's just good to be back. 1 week without F1 was kind of dull and boring. I think that's what the viewers feel like the same. But good to be back. It's a race weekend. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's dive straight into predictions. Good drive this weekend. Who do you have?
Ah, I've given George Russell, for the good drive. He has been consistent throughout the races, and my gut tells me that he's gonna have a good race this weekend as well. Not sure if he's gonna be on the podium or not, and that's fingers crossed. But then he is gonna have a good weekend and a good drive.
So I have gone for Kimi Antonelli, George Russell's counterpart. I think for the home crowd, I think he's got to put a good performance in. I think he will. I got confidence in him, and it's a Ferrari home race, like you said before, but I think there are going to be some Italian fans backing Antonelli this weekend, and obviously ABD is not here, but he's going for Charles Leclerc, and I think that's definitely going to be partly backed up by the Ferrari home Grand Prix. I mean, we all want to see Ferrari do well. It's just, will they do well? That's the real question. So yeah, he's gone for Leclerc. Let's move on to bad drive. Who have you got?
I'm gone for Gasly for this weekend. He did have a couple of good races and his fair share of bad. But then in Imola, I don't think so. He is gonna be performing as good as he used to be, and I think he is gonna be a bit guarded up, especially since Colapinto is back on the track and is his teammate. So we have seen how Colapinto performs. He has had good races, but then he's again has his fair share of bads as well, and he's got into a lot of crashes and DNF. But then I think first couple of races by Kuala Pinto is gonna be good, and that is actually gonna uh, give Gasly a run for his money. So I think he is gonna have a bad drive this weekend.
ABD's gone for Behrman in the Haas. He doesn't think he's going to do well. And I've actually gone for the other Haas driver. I've gone for Ocon. I don't think he's in good form right now, actually. And I think Behrman's actually been beating him quite. He's been better than uh, Ocon for a few races now. I think Ocon's a bit struggling. So I've gone Ocon. I don't think he's got gonna have another good weekend. I think he's gonna have a struggling, probably a car that's gonna struggle again. So yeah, I've gone Ocon. Let's move on to the good team. Who have you got for this weekend?
Like I said, Shaq, Ferrari Grand Prix, Ferrari home race, so it is gonna be Ferrari. Like I said in the previous podcast and everything, that Ferrari is long overdue. They have not been performing like we want them to, and it is long overdue. But then I think this race or this home Grand Prix is the one that is gonna uh, boost them up. They're gonna be showing their performance how they should be performing ever since the start of the season. So Ferrari for the good team this weekend.
And ABD's actually gone for the easy option. He's gone for McLaren. Um,
Yeah, you guys been taking McLaren and getting the easy points, but then, like I mentioned to you, the last time I've taken a McLaren was way back in Chinese Grand Prix, which was the second race of the season.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, we got to get our points, mate. We got to get our points, especially me. I'm the one who's been behind from the start, so I got to go for it. I actually haven't gone for McLaren. I went for McLaren last weekend. So I've gone for my good team. I've gone for Williams. And it's pretty I think it's pretty clear, pretty self-explanatory. But Alex Albon, he's been really, really good. Probably top five drivers this season, I think, so far. I think that's fair to say. And Carlos Sainz has also been improving his game. He struggled a bit at the start, but I think, both of them coming in they've been getting their performance up, and I think, you could see maybe a double points finish. I think they did both finish in the points the last two races. So I think could definitely see that again. And I'd like to see Williams get even maybe a little bit even closer because Alex Albon was saying he could almost see the podium in Miami. So I think that's interesting, and I think it'd be really cool if imagine Williams get a podium this year, you know?
Shaq, I would like to add something to that. The last time we actually had, we actually talked about Williams, a good team, considering Williams as a good team, used to be a crazy prediction. Last season when I don't think we've ever put Williams as a good team. So it is actually quite surprising that we are putting Williams in a good team. We used to have Aston as a good team in the previous season.
So let's move on to the bad team for this weekend. Who have you got?
Of course, uh, let's say you've both mentioned my drivers to be a bad drive, so I've gone for Haas as my bad team. Got Ocon for bad drive, and ABD's got Behrman.
Yep.
So Haas for the bad drive. I think that is gonna be like scoring some easy points, but then finishing out of points, I guess, or probably one of them being in a crash. But then I think they are gonna be having a bad weekend. So Haas for the bad team.
Yep. I've got Sauber for my bad team. This is my safest pick of the predictions. The other ones I could you could say they might be 50-50, but Sauber, yeah, just again, like they're just struggling so much. They're absolutely nowhere, and I think they're pretty fortunate to actually have some points on the board this year with that crazy race in Australia. But yeah, I think Sauber for me, and ABD's also gone for Sauber. We both got Sauber there, so hopefully we can maybe see something different from them, but I don't think that's going to be the case, and that's why I've got them for bad drive. Let's go to the crazy prediction. What have you got?
I'm gonna go for Colapinto beats Gasly. So it kind of aligns with my bad drive, but then Colapinto, I think he is gonna show that he is capable of being an F1 driver. They should not have replaced him or anything. Either of the teams should have picked him up, but then he is going to prove something this weekend, I think, and that would be by beating his teammate Gasly in a race.
Uh, ABD has gone for Lance Stroll will beat Fernando Alonso. Um, so on track, that has not happened yet this season, but there have been some races where Stroll's, got the points and Alonso's not finished. Um, and I believe Alonso still has not scored a point, right? So
I guess so. I'm not completely sure, but then I have a feeling that he might have. I'll have a look at it.
I'm just gonna double check really quickly. No, he has not. He's got zero
He has
points.
he's got 0 points.
So
So
I think that's kind of justified. It definitely could happen. I think Stroll could beat Alonso um, on track for a change. Yeah, I think Aston themselves have been pretty slow, so I think it's possible. My crazy prediction is Kimi Antonelli will beat George Russell.
oh
Now, this has not happened yet, right? And I think home Grand Prix for Antonelli, and it since it's not happened yet, I think this is the time. This is the time for it to happen. I think he's definitely got everything. in his skill set to beat George in a race. I think he was better overall, maybe in Miami. I would say George was kind of fortunate with the safety car and all that. Nothing to take away from George's race, but I think the podium was not really in sight until then. But yeah, I think Antonelli definitely could beat George Russell. I'm not sure how he is around Imola. I do remember when Lewis Hamilton was there last year, Antonelli did some testing and he was actually almost as quick as George. So that's something to watch out for. Let's go straight to pole position. Who have you got?
Piastri, Piastri. No
Piastri.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Guess what? I got Piastri as well. Absolutely no doubt. I've got full faith in this man. 3 wins in a row. Nothing else needs to be said. ABD has gone for Max Verstappen. And actually, I've just realized when thinking about it, he has got the most poles in 2025. He's got three. He's got the Saudi pole, in Japan he got the pole, and in Miami as well, he also got the pole position. Let's go to the podium. What have you got? Yeah.
So Piastri P1, Leclerc P2, and Norris P3. Norris is gonna be making the same mistakes he's been doing for the past couple of races, and this time he is gonna finish in P3 because of that.
Yeah. I well actually sorry, let's go ABD first. ABD has gone for Verstappen in third, Piastri in second, and Norris for the win again. So he thinks Norris will actually win this time again. I know he went for him last weekend, and it did not work because he was nowhere near the win because he just lacks the racecraft to
Like,
go past people when you need it the most. Uh,
exactly.
like you said before, Oscar, he did it when he needed to. He only waited 2 laps and he got the job done. So, uh, credit to him there. Which is why I have gone for my top three. Max Verstappen in third, Lando Norris in second, and Oscar Piastri will take the win, just like you said. I think Oscar's on hot form, 3 wins in a row. We've got this triple header coming, and I think, just let him. He needs to just. I know he's already doing
I
a
think
very good
I
job, but I think he can elevate himself
I
even
think he's gonna
further.
back. I think he's gonna back the fourth one.
Yeah,
I think this is gonna be something similar to Red Bull 2023, what Max is doing. But then Max also had plenty of poles as well.
yeah.
But here, Piastri is not getting that high of a pole percentage, but then he is actually taking the P1 when it's the end of the race. So in a way, it is going to be like a dead Red Bull dominant season of 2023. McLaren is going to do that, but then they're actually racing for the P1 rather than just getting it.
I think, yeah, Oscar for the win. I think we both got him there. And yeah, I'm pretty convinced. Apart from that, that sums up our predictions. We're hoping for a good race again. I hope Imola is a better race than it usually has been. I know it's a pretty tough track to overtake on in these big cars, but hopefully something changes this year's race. But apart from that, that's everything from us. And I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you guys for the post race video in the next one. Bye bye, and enjoy the race, guys.
See you guys, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you then.